is a bridge too far. I don't think that's a good idea.
Last question.
As I'm sure, the Arizona immigration law, do you feel it's effective, or do you feel it's divisive?
Well, I certainly think it's divisive. I don't think there's any question about that. One has to look at the reaction that we have seen not only in Arizona but around the country to the impact, the divisiveness of that law. My question is whether or not it would ultimately be effective in this way. I think the potential for racial profiling is certainly increased by the passage of such laws, and I think that then leads to the potential driving of a wedge between the communities that law enforcement is trying to reach out to, law enforcement into the communities that law enforcement is trying to serve. If the community feels that it is being profiled, that it is being singled out for law enforcement attention in an inappropriate way, people are less likely to share information. People are less likely to report crimes. I saw it as a judge in Washington, D.C. People are less likely to serve appropriately on juries when they see overwhelming evidence introduced by the government and feel that their community has not been served, is not being served appropriately, and will ignore the evidence that is presented in a courtroom. So we're going to be looking at the law and seeing whether or not there is a basis for the filing of a federal suit on the basis of federal preemption, whether or not Arizona has tried to preempt federal law inappropriately, and then also look to see whether or not it has a negative impact or whether it contravenes federal civil rights laws. It is something that we are taking a look at.